She is one of a kind, Emmy Camacho. Emmy, I want to thank you for taking the time here to speak with us here at the Ridglea Theater. Last time at Dragonslayer's last show, you faced somebody who you called a friend of yours in America's Sweetheart, Shay Carmichael. However, at the end of that, you won by what I would, and most of us would potentially call questionable circumstances. So, do you care to explain yourself and why you decided to have that reaction against somebody you called your friend?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. If you watch the match back, I won fair and square. And if anyone says that I didn't, they're lying. So what you just did right now, that was a lie.
You're a liar!
He's a liar!
I don't know if I am. I know there's a lot of people here that seem to watch the tape and kind of had the same reaction as I did.
I watched the match!
Who watched it?
I did! You're a liar!
But Emmy, I also understand that you have something else that you wanted to say tonight besides explaining your actions against Shay Carmichael. What do you have? You keep mentioning on social media a presence of a friend that you have.
You got friends?
Right, I don't have many friends. I think everyone knows that. So I've decided to bring in someone very special that I know has my back the way that they should. The way that a lot of people should. And here he is.
Luther?
You can tell, don't be shy.
That's not a big fight!
Well, if the white glove fits, then you know who's wearing it. Nastico coming out to ringside tonight ahead of Emmy Camacho's singles matchup scheduled for the evening with Mackenzie Morgan. Wrestling fans, it was Emmy Camacho the last time that we were live in living color here in Dragonslayer Pro, who, well, as our colleague Matt Andrews eloquently put, may or may not have picked up a victory over Shay Carmichael in, well, dirtier circumstances. And certainly the influence of Nastico has felt all over the Texas professional wrestling scene. It has suddenly found its way to Emmy Camacho as well, and wonderful representation when it comes to wrestler, but when it comes to managerial service, well, Nastico will do whatever it takes to get the job done. There's no disputing that. It is none other than Memphis Wrestling's own Mackenzie Morgan that makes her way down to ringside here tonight. Her first ever matchup competing tonight in Dragonslayer Pro Wrestling comes the MKZ, Mackenzie Morgan, who has been making a name for herself all across the Tennessee area as a professional wrestler, and the Memphis Wrestling star, former Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion, Mackenzie Morgan, gracing the presence of Dragonslayer Pro for the first time in her career. There is no doubt about it, folks. Mackenzie Morgan, an incredible professional wrestler in her own right. But this match has completely shifted on its head with the presence of Nastico, now set to be soon at ringside alongside Emmy Camacho. And a warm reception tonight for the former Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion. And Mackenzie Morgan. I'll tell you this, folks. If this was any other night without Nastico in appearance at ringside alongside Emmy Camacho, it would be either of these women's match to win. But right now, Mackenzie Morgan, in more ways than one, is going to have the deck stacked against her. And it's going to happen in her Dragonslayer Pro debut, whether she likes it or not.
No bell. What a bell at? That's what I'm talking about.
Bell sounds were officially underway. One full 20-minute time limit here for Emmy Camacho and Mackenzie Morgan. Yeah, Emmy Camacho has certainly taken to a very different style of professional wrestling ever since it was, at the very least, hinted at. The world has been talking about the premise of Emmy Camacho standing alongside Nastico here in Dragonslayer Pro Wrestling. And I know Camacho and Nastico have certainly, well, crossed paths multiple times before in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, but here in Dragonslayer Pro, we were hoping that Emmy Camacho would be taking a step to turning over a new leaf, and certainly that has not been the case. As we get into the opening exchange here, the Memphis Wrestling native, Mackenzie Morgan, the MKZ of pro wrestling. Side headlock taken in here by Emmy Camacho, who is certainly going to have, if anything, the stack, well, hold on a minute, stacked up for one. The deck stacked against her when it comes to the power game of Mackenzie Morgan. Morgan, one of those freakishly strong athletes, and they breed them good and well in the Memphis wrestling area. A hell of a training academy that they have at that school, and well, Mackenzie Morgan looking to put on for her hometown, put on for her home promotion, but expand all across the world, and that takes a step here in Texas. As Morgan shoulders down here, only one. Multiple arm drag takedowns for the MKZ, Mackenzie Morgan, and one more time is going to keep the hold in here. Mackenzie Morgan just so fundamentally sound as a professional wrestler. There's a reason she reigned for over 1 year as a Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion. Losing out that title within the year of 2025, though, it is time for a reset. It's part of that reset may come with this international, or rather national expansion for Mackenzie Morgan here in Fort Worth. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, referee Cedric Alexander is going to need to hold up in the corner here. And, oh, right to the eyes. Emmy Camacho is going to take this against Mackenzie Morgan. And Nastico, that goof running around ringside. Well, I call him a goof, but let's be honest here. This man has been influential for career after career after career in the sport of pro wrestling. If you want to be a made individual, you got to stand alongside Nastico, or at least understand where he's coming from. And Nastico putting the boots here to Mackenzie Morgan behind the back of referee Cedric Alexander. And Camacho now. Boots right to the midsection of Mackenzie Morgan to try and wear down the MKZ.
1, 2, 3.
A first time ever singles matchup. Definitive athlete out of the Tennessee wrestling area versus the premier woman here in Dragonslayer Pro thus far. Emmy Camacho folds in Morgan, and it's only 2 for Camacho tonight.
Your mama like it though. Your mama like it though.
I'll tell you this, folks, there is certainly a lot that separates Dragonslayer Pro from any other professional wrestling organization in the state of Texas, and one of which is its highlight on women's professional wrestling. Mackenzie Morgan looking to highlight her own name here in Dragonslayer Pro for that reason. A standout women's division in the state of Texas. And now Mackenzie Morgan looking to stand out in more ways than one. Oh, is that boot right to the skull of Mackenzie Morgan is going to favor Emmy Camacho. Cover here for Camacho, only finds 2. And meanwhile, I mean, you look to the outside here, Nastico hot dogging and grandstanding as the day is long. Emmy Camacho is doing a number on Morgan right now, and it's all thanks to that assistance from Nastico on the outside. But wait a minute, Morgan trying to mount a comeback, clobbering lariat right to the chest of Emmy Camacho. Standing 10 count for Cedric Alexander, and it is a count of 10 that these women are going to avoid. Here's Mackenzie Morgan. Oh, drop kick. Morgan took the drop kick to take down Nastico. And this crowd is electric right now. Morgan laying in these shots to Camacho as well. And right into that post. And let's be honest, Camacho might have deserved that one more than most might expect. And Morgan, oh, yeah, realizing that you have to fight fire with fire. That is straight power out of Mackenzie Morgan into those steel steps. Those are heavy, heavy steel steps that our athletes utilize to make their way into rings. And Emmy Camacho, I mean, just holding on to whatever she can find to avoid the attacks of Mackenzie Morgan. But there is no stopping the unstoppable, and she's proven herself to be that in Memphis Wrestling. Can we see that transition here into a victory in Dragonslayer Pro? No, oh, knocked off the top rope by Emmy Camacho. That was desperation out of Camacho with that jumping cutter to find the mark on Mackenzie Morgan here tonight. That's got to be it. Cover here. No, feet on the bottom ropes.
Your feet off the rope. You know that. No.
I mean, good on referee Alexander for laying down the law. And no, not to get caught up here. MKZ all effing day. Watch it there. Face first goes Emmy Camacho. Cover here for Morgan. And still winless in Dragonslayer Pro. Mackenzie Morgan trying to escape there. Did Camacho manages to do so? Cover, no, but Morgan now back on the attack. Cover again, and it's still not going to be enough. Morgan now, what is Morgan thinking? Fireman's carry for Mackenzie Morgan, and Emmy Camacho into the ropes. Hold on a minute, cover folded in. Things are getting messy out here, folks, but that's the struggle of professional wrestling. And oh, wait a minute. Well, this shouldn't be the struggle of pro wrestling at all. Nastico right in the face of Morgan and a cover. It's over. Two matches in a row where Emmy Camacho had to cheat to do it. Undefeated here in Dragonslayer Pro, but at what cost to the sanctity of professional wrestling? Mackenzie Morgan, an incredible talent. Better luck next time to the MKZ.
You don't invite me to Dragonslayer in my hometown, she gonna get me in.
Emmy Camacho victorious tonight at the Ridglea Theater.